On the news at 1, FCT Minister committed to boosting tourism sector for revenue generation.
Another major cultural event in Nigeria that seeks to bring together stakeholders in the art and culture industry to interact.
World Infant Protection Day, experts advocate protection and care. Exclusive breastfeeding, very, very important. Plus, car theft syndicate nabbed by operatives of FCT Police Command.
Members of the public should be wary about those they employ.
Hello there, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on the news desk of NTA Channel 5 Abuja at 1. My name is Tessie Omeri with the details. Members of the Federal Executive Council, under the chairmanship of President Bola Tinubu, yesterday honored the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagwaja, having postponed the council meeting earlier scheduled for Wednesday. State House correspondent Musbao Dan Wahab reports on the mood at the presidential villa Wednesday.
It came a tale of a refreshing moment ending in heartbreaking mode. The newly appointed ministers who came for their first attendance arrived into the welcoming hands of the old ones. And council members were set for another round of a brainstorming session. But then, the interesting moment was soon short-lived. Vice President Kashim Shettima announced the decision of the council as directed by the chairman, President Bola Tinubu.
We have suspended the council meeting in honor of the late Chief of Army Staff. May his soul rest in happy. Let's observe 1 minute silence in his honor. May his soul rest in peace.
The nation is in mourning. The president and the entire government is in mourning. He was indeed a very resourceful officer who has put it in best to fight insurgency in this country, and for the many achievements he has succeeded while serving this great nation.
He was a gallant officer, very, very hardworking. He was indeed a warrior. He has served in so many theaters and have done commendably well. It's a very sad loss for the country. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to receive him and to bless him.
We send in our condolences to the family of the deceased and Mr. President, because it's a great loss to this nation.
Major General Taurid Lagwaja.
Late Lieutenant General Taurid Lagwaja, appointed in June 2023 as the 27th Chief of Army Staff, passed away Tuesday night. Second to die in this capacity in 4 years after late Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atahiru, who died in a plane crash near Kaduna International Airport in 2021. The acting Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, visited the President for situation reports.
Very passionate about Nigeria, and he led the Nigerian Army very well. He was courageous. He was known to be thorough and a professional to the core. So it's a big loss to us.
Just a day before, President Bola Tinubu, in his capacity as the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, promoted and decorated the acting Chief of Army Staff to a new rank of Lieutenant General. Now, whether he will be confirmed as the substantive head of the army remains to be seen in the coming days. From the State House, Musbao Dan Wahab, NT News.
Many thanks, Musbao. Reforming the nation's economy through arts and culture is achievable and sustainable. This the Minister of FCT Nyesom Wike made known at the 2024 edition of ASO Fest in Abuja. Aisha Uba Ali reports that this year's edition has as its theme sustaining the renewed hope agenda through efficient management of cultural resources.
When the FCT administration gave its words of sustaining ASOFest few months ago, it was not mere saying. It may be recalled that the 2023 edition was marked this year, and the 2024 edition is coming with a difference. Culture, tourism, and art, to mention a few, have been the mainstay of some nations' economy. Nigeria is still trying to make a breakthrough in this area, and how this can be achieved form part of the speech of the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, represented by the Mandate Secretary, Social Development Secretariat Aminu Ibrahim, who is not only focusing on infrastructure but how to make other sectors viable to contribute to GDP.
Another major cultural event in Nigeria that seeks to bring together stakeholders in the art and culture industry to interact, showcase talents, and project the image of Nigeria's heritage.
The event by the Secretariat became the rallying point, showcasing the beauty and uniqueness of diverse culture. The various exhibition stands had some unique messages for the guests. The food stand, dance, cultural displays, and traditional games all formed part of the highlight at the event.
That means under his watch, this festival will be sustained. Please help me give my minister a very big applause. I also must thank the Honorable Minister of State, our own mother, who is our supervising minister, Dr. Miriam Mahmoud Bunkure.
The flagship cultural program of the FCT, speakers say, remains a platform for skills acquisition and transfer for youth and women, as the FCT administration assures of its open doors policies in cultural collaboration, partnership, and engagement. Aisha Ubali, NTA News.
Founder of the Restore Hope for the Boy Child Initiative, Dr. Babatunde Kayode, has commended President Bola Tinubu for giving listening ears to public outcry and releasing about 76 detained minors arrested during the August 2024 End Bad Governance protest. Serafina Okonomekwe reports on the NGO's commitment to advocating protection of rights of the boy child.
Mr. President, the swift interventions and commitment to upholding the rights of all citizens, particularly the vulnerable boy child, demonstrates your leadership's dedication to justice, human rights, well-being of vulnerable citizens.
Founder of the Restore Hope for the Boy Child Initiative, a non-governmental organization, Dr. Babatunde Kayode expresses his deep appreciation for President Tinubu's commitment, describing it as a magnanimous gesture towards the future of the country.
Following the appeal of Restore Hope for the Boy Child Initiative, the President ordered the release of the minors arrested during the End Bad Governance protest. This is a significant victory for human rights and testament to the power of advocacy.
Heading an NGO saddled with the responsibilities of protecting rights and empowering the boy child, Dr. Kayode notes that the president demonstrated remarkable empathy and commitment to justice. He appeals for proper reintegration of the minors into the society through enrollment in schools, providing them with opportunities to rebuild their relations and entrepreneurship.
The efforts of Restore have ensured that the rights of minors caught up in the protests are protected.
It will be recalled that a total of 119 teenagers were detained in relation to the protests that caused significant financial losses to the country. So far, some children have been handed over to families, while others to their
awareness on infant protection in the 1999 resulted from the death of nearly 5 million infants due to lack of protecting them. Hence, the need for deliberate steps towards child health care to reduce infant mortality rate. Cecilia Julius tells us more.
The continued advocacy among government and health sectors for both national and international bodies are not relenting in efforts to reduce the infant mortality rate to the barest minimum. Hence, health practitioners call for caregivers to adopt safe methods to protect infants from unhealthy environments by giving them the necessary care.
Essential newborn care I'm talking about. The practices include simple, basic practices that can reduce neonatal mortality to the barest minimum, like hot care, ensuring that we start from antenatal care, making sure that the pregnant women get the best care they can during pregnancy, so that they produce healthy babies.
They should be protected in every way possible, even at school, especially at school, because you hear rumor of a child in school being beaten or not taken care of, or probably, and some rumor, and even some news, yes, some children die even while they are in school. So even for now, nobody's even safe. In your environment, in your house, nobody is safe. So I also feel like they should be protected by every means possible.
The World Infant Protection Day serves as a reminder of the need to give infants a secure and caring environment, in addition to the relevance of health care, immunizations, and proper diet in maintaining their well-being.
All these things constitute neonatal mortality. They make up neonatal mortality. Sepsis, asphyxia, prematurity, jaundice, congenital anomalies, and so on. Then you have other things that also cause increase on the 5 mortality, like malaria, respiratory infections like pneumonias. You have diarrhea diseases.
Serves as a reminder of the importance of health care, immunizations, and healthy diet in maintaining infants' health and well-being, and motivates parents and other adults to place a high priority on their health from birth. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
And on security, the FCT Police Command has paraded 23 suspects terrorizing residents in the territory and border towns through varying crimes. The Commissioner of Police FCT Command, Olatunji Disu, says the command will continue to leverage on technology in its fight against criminals in the FCT. Asabe Williams tells us more.
Parading the 23 suspects, the FCT Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, attributes the breakthrough to intelligence and effective use of technology, saying it will be a continuous fight. The suspects, a notorious robbery gang of 4, specialize in car snatching within the territory with a very fast mode of operation. When they steal a car, disengaging any tracking gadgets and immediately moving the stolen car to neighboring Nasarawa, Kaduna or Kano states, where buyers are already on standby. While the gang's leader, Chidiebere, is still at large, his accomplices are still in denial.
Then give me car to sell. From there, then price the car 1.5. Then call the owner, say make him come bring the particulars of the car, and I ain't wrong.
Other suspects, including one chance syndicate, a group of 2 impersonating the police and DSS, amongst others.
Members of the public should be wary about those they employ to serve as their drivers and house help. Take your time to interview them well. Take your time to find out records. Take your time to ensure that 1 or 2 persons stand as surety for them, because you are not sure of the person you are bringing into your household. There may be criminals waiting for you to hand over the keys of your possession to them for them to rob you.
A total of 23 exhibits, including guns and ammunition, as well as 13 vehicles, were recovered from the 23 suspects. The CP is calling on members of the public who have been victims of car snatching to come to the command to check and make claims where possible. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
Now imagine a world where war zones are also ecological disaster camps. For millions of people, this is the reality. Today, on the International Day to Prevent the Exploitation of the Environment in War and Armed Conflict, Asabe Williams again highlights the effect of armed conflict on the environment and human lives.
The devastating convergence of conflicts and environmental degradation, from oil spill to deforestation affects all mankind, displacing communities and fueling poverty. Experts urge governments, organizations, and individuals to unite with a view to protecting the planet, emphasizing collective action as crucial to mitigating conflicts' catastrophic environmental impacts. The United Nations Assembly calls on all to rise above conflicts, ensuring a brighter future for generations.
In this crucial decade of action to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, I call for heightened efforts to promote the partnerships, pro-poor policies and regulations needed to improve housing in cities. As we strive to overcome the pandemic, address the fragilities and inequalities it has exposed, and combat climate change, now is the time to harness the transformative potential of urbanization for the benefit of people and planet.
The theme for this year's International Day is Protecting the Environment, Promoting Peace. In this regard, experts advocate that relevant authorities should create a better future for all and protect biodiversity, promote sustainable development, and support communities affected by conflicts. In Abuja, Asebe Williams, NTA News.
You're watching the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Still to come after the break. Donald Trump elected the 47th President of the United States. These and more to come in just a moment. Thank you for staying tuned. The Karu Motor Park has been upgraded and inaugurated by the chairman of the Abuja Municipal Area Council. Deborah Gaza-Jamaica reports that the project, which suffered litigation for 12 years, has finally been inaugurated for interstate commercial transit.
Transportation is a necessity, and therefore Karu Motor Park has been designed and upgraded to meet the needs of commuters, especially those that will want to embark on interstate travel. The new Karu Motor Park has been designed to ensure adequate security for travelers. Chairman Abuja Municipal Area Council Christopher Zaka Mekanangu, while inaugurating the upgraded motor park, says it is the first of its kind in Amak with enough parking lots, booking offices, and that 15 transport companies have already taken their space for commercial activities.
And we're checkmating in and outgoing in conjunction with the union. And that's why I said I'm going to provide them with CC cameras so that we can monitor who is coming in here and who is going out. So in that aspect of checkmating the towers, definitely that will be our number one priority, so that we don't allow this place to look like other parks.
Comrade Idris Adamu appreciated the goodwill and requested that all illegal motor parks be addressed in the axis to enable the new motor park serve its purpose.
We have 163 shops. We have 16 offices. Even admin block is for sale. Nothing is free because it's PPP.
Amak chairman performed the symbolic presentation of the shop's keys to the renters. Residents around Nyanya, Jukwei, and Orozo have been advised to take advantage of the new motor park in Abuja. Deborah Gaza-Jamaica, NTA News.
Understanding the Abuja master plan and the desire of the FCT administration towards building a world-class city have been identified as the important role that the media should help to enlighten the public as a way to reducing infractions on the documents and cases of land racketeering in the FCT. This was the focus of interaction during the maiden FCDA NUJ Chapel Press Week in Abuja. Abdullahi Ajay reports on the aesthetic moment of
With the arrival of
This public lecture was carefully chosen as part of events lined up to celebrate the FCDA NUJ Chapel Press Week, with an encouraging attendance across relevant partners. Guest speakers representative Dr. Sharif Yinka Razak, in a thought-provoking lecture, talked about the prospects and challenges around the Abuja Master Plan and the need for the crucial role of the media in enlightenment advocacy.
It's about recognizing the role of the media in ensuring that a plan that is provided or that is prepared to guide the development of the city. Sensitization is carried out such that people understand the vision and mission of the plan and own the plan.
Executive Secretary FCDA, in a message, commended the professional contributions of the union in the achievements of the FCDA.
It is a body that plays a crucial role in ensuring that the populace is aware of the government's developmental projects.
Leaders in the pen profession give insights on a number of union concerns, especially on improved remuneration for journalists as well as equity and justice for women in leadership positions.
Today we now know the gist of the master plan, and that there are a lot of land grabbers around confusing people for their own pecuniary interests.
As journalists, we are charged with a crucial task of uncovering the realities behind these challenges, ensuring accountability, and amplifying the voices of those affected by the outcomes of this plan.
Chairperson of the FCDA NUJ Chapel, Felicia Anthony Okoro, says it is fulfilling to use the occasion to set an agenda for public benefit.
We should all be informed about the workings in the FCT, because if the FCT is working, I know we all will be happy.
The chapel was encouraged to continue to keep the union vibrant through innovative ideas. In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
Let's now join our foreign desk for The Globe this week.
Many thanks for joining us on The Globe this week, a foreign news segment that keeps you up to date on happenings around the globe. I am Sandra Akemi. The 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump, has been re-elected as the 47th President on Wednesday, an extraordinary comeback for a former president who refused to accept defeat 4 years ago, was convicted of felony charges and survived 2 assassination attempts. Trump, 78, claims Tuesday's election after a polarizing and dizzying campaign marked by 2 attempts on his life, and Kamala Harris opens new tablet entry into the race following President Joe Biden's surprise withdrawal. Trump is due to take office in January. And also, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has fired his defense minister Yoav Gallant after months of clashes over domestic politics and Israel's war efforts. In a recorded statement Tuesday evening, Netanyahu said, and I quote, "Trust between me and the Minister of Defense has cracked," end of quote. Currently, the Foreign Minister Gideon Saar will become Defense Minister, replace Katz as Foreign Minister, the Prime Minister's office said on Tuesday. And lastly, Queen Camilla has pulled out of public engagement on doctors' orders, having become ill with a chest infection, Buckingham Palace announced. The 77-year-old has had a Cancer on high-profile remembrance event on Thursday, but hopes to be well enough to attend Britain's main Remembrance Sunday service in London this weekend. The Queen's illness comes after a turbulent year in which both King Charles III and Princess Kate were diagnosed with cancer. Camilla recently returned from a major tour of Australia with both highs and lows, including a high-profile protest in the Australian Parliament and crowds of thousands at Sydney Opera House. That's it on The Globe this week. The news continues. Do stay. I remain Sandra Akemi.
We now take you to the world of sports for latest in the world of sports.
Defending champions Nigeria's under-18 men handball team were crowned champions of the International Handball Federation Trophy Africa Men Continental Phase on Wednesday, following their 38-26 victory over Guinea in the final in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Nigeria has now qualified for the IHF Trophy Intercontinental Phase, which will be played early next year in a yet-to-be-known country where they will represent Africa in the under-18 youth category. Meanwhile, ahead of the 2025 AFCON qualifier, Coach Augustine Eguavoen has released list of players that will tackle Benin Republic. Captain Ekong, Lukman, Osime, Simon and 19 others gear up for the encounter against Benin Republic and Rwanda. Coach Eguavoen has also called goalkeepers Sterling Wabali and Maduka Okoye, defenders Calvin Bassi and Bright Osai Samuel, as well as midfielders Frank Onyeka, Fisayo Dele Bashiru, and Al-Hassan Yusuf, and forwards Kalechi Henacho, Victor Boniface, and Samuel Chukwueze. Home-based defender Victor Collins will join up with the group for the first time, and there is return for gangling forward Sadiq Umar, who plays for Real Sociedad in Spain. The Super Eagles of Nigeria currently tops Group D with 10 points and will require a draw to qualify for the 2025 AFCON in Morocco. Talking rugby, Racing Rugby Club beat Cowrie to win the Nigerian Rugby Football Federation Southwest League. This top-of-the-table encounter held at the main bowl of the National Stadium in Surulere was one of the most fiercely contested matches since the league's inception. Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
And that concludes the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. We thank you for watching. We'll have more reports at 7. For now, please enjoy the rest of our programs. Good afternoon.